Oh, howdy, hey! This is Frakbox, and I'm here with OmegaWolf.
Hi.
So we're basically just continuing for where we left off. This is Halo, if you haven't guessed, and this is the mission where we're trying to get back on the ship.
Sorry, people, for not having the flashlight on. It's not really a big concern of mine.
Right. Staying alive is a very important concern because we were on the ship originally, but it looks like the ship pulled the Titanic.
Yeah.
And it has a lot of open.
Well, I think
holes.
its engine got knocked out.
Oh, interesting.
It just stares up.
It's like, I can't do anything. They don't try to like bite you or anything either.
No, but I think in Halo Escalations, the comic books, they can create a more realistic zombie situation just by scratching people.
Oh. And then like the spores will get inside the skin. And
yeah, and then they'll like lash out at people.
So like letting them touch you even could be dangerous.
Yeah.
Yeah, well.
Will you stop shooting me?
Goodness. Well, what I like sometimes is you get in this game infection forms or not the infection forms, the combat forms.
Yeah.
That lose both their arms and they can't do anything, and so they just follow you around like, if I could, I would be eating you right now, but I have no arms.
That's our way back in.
Oh, there's some Covenant there.
Let's see here.
You know, they could just close down the grav lift.
Yeah, they could. Except it's touching.
Oh, they're all dead?
The needler's not very good either.
Oh, good. Okay, perfect.
Whee! Superman 64! I don't even know what that is.
Superman 64 is a very, very bad game. We don't have a 64, otherwise I'd probably recommend that we play it, because I've heard...
It's worse than Sonic 06?
Yeah, objectively worse than Sonic 06. At the very least, Sonic 06 has nice things that you can say about it, in that the character models look pretty okay. Most of the time.
Let's see, where do I go again? Here.
Sonic 06 is bad because you have varying levels of quality, all packed within one game. Like, the cutscenes, looks like they spent most of their budget on the cutscenes. And then none of their time on the gameplay.
Yeah.
Oh dear. Nothing gonna fall from there, is it?
No.
You better save your ammo.
Oh, plasma pistol. Hey, it's 100.
Nice! There we go. Yeah, there's an explodey one there, isn't there?
Yep. Let's see here.
Oh goodness. Do you have to go down there?
Yep.
They're gathering the bodies.
Yeah, the flood needs calcium in order to grow.
Oh, really?
So
they need the bodies.
yes.
Oh my gosh.
I'd choose a plasma pistol over the assault rifle.
Why is the calcium so important? Like, why do we
I don't actually remember. They just really needed to grow. It probably has to do with the flood supercell.
Could be. Oh, good. Shotgun. Whoa, grenade time.
Well,
Good. Good, it's dead.
I just kind of remember that there's a spot that eventually these things just keep plopping down if you don't move. Get out of the way.
that one didn't have arms.
No.
You could have just let it live. It would have followed you around.
It would have been annoying.
Angrily following you the whole time. This might be good. Okay, never mind. I'm surprised that didn't hurt you, actually.
Oh,
wow.
I'm dead.
Bring out your shotgun. Bring out your shotgun. You can do this.
Nope.
Oh,
No.
man. Okay.
Dang it. It's because of that one.
I can't access the ship's schematic.
All the way back here. Dang it.
Here.
Let's see here. Where's... What? What?
I mean,
Why don't I have...
I mean, you kind of have to feel sorry for the Covenant, even though, like, they're the bad guys here.
Yeah, because they're just getting slaughtered.
Yeah, seriously. I mean, they are definitively the bad guys. Most definitively. But, I mean, as with any bad guy, they don't assume that they're the bad guy.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, actually, except for Wreck-It Ralph in that Disney movie.
Well, true, but I mean,
He realizes, hey, I don't want to be the bad guy.
right. But I mean, here's the thing: is like some the people who commit the worst evil are those that think they're committing good, essentially.
Let's see here.
Like, I mean, even if you go back to, like, if you use like the most extreme example, Hitler did not think he was a bad guy. Hitler thought he was
evil.
Well, he was definitively evil, yes, but he did not think he was evil. He didn't think what he was doing was evil, nor did he think he was malevolent in any way.
Let's see here. Wait a minute.
And a lot of
Malevolent,
a lot of people who are malevolent will, if you were to say no, what you're doing is bad, they'll go, oh no, I can't possibly be bad. For example, Hitler was a vegetarian.
Huh.
You know, they'll do other things that they think equate or make them seem better. You know, Hitler was a vegetarian, so he also, I think, like, never smoked.
Interesting.
And he never, I mean, I've heard different things said about him. It's possible he wasn't a wife beater compared to, like, I mean, you know, there's a lot of other world leaders at the time that were...
I think this was actually covered in Avatar: Last Airbender with Zuko.
Right.
You know, I'm going to stand my ground here. These things need to die. But they were all talking about, at least in A Life of Evil, he didn't add animal cruelty to the list.
Right.
Okay,
But let's talk about how, like, the Flood. Are the Flood actually evil? Or
they just want to live.
Yeah, they just want
They're
to live.
trying to... They're like the zombie virus on steroids. They're trying to continue their species.
Right, so basically just the way that their species continues is by taking over sentient beings.
Yes.
That is an evil action, except if
They need it to live.
They need it to live. So it's...
So it's an odd thing.
It is an odd thing. I mean, you can't really say that they're evil for that, though. They're definitely, like...
They're a parasite.
They're parasite. That's just what they do. It's by their nature. They're not making an evil choice.
It's survival.
It's survival. So, I mean, I think that's a question for the sages, but...
Oh, no. Oh. Back off.
Because you don't have to sit and think, like, why are they doing this? You know, it's obvious why they're doing it. They eat.
Yeah,
They
it's
need
literal
it, you know?
sustenance.
You can't reason with them because, like,
In fact,
what are you gonna say? Like, try to convince them to not do it?
They actually reasoned with an AI. Mm-hmm. The Grave Minds reasoned with a Forerunner AI and got him to help the Flood.
Well, yeah. That's the thing is the things that they can reason with, they do. But here's where I think that stretches into malevolence, is that with Cortana, they did actually force her to give away information.
But I think that's because the Gravemind knew he had her just, like, right there. She couldn't leave.
Right.
And if he made a move, he would die.
That's the one distinctly evil thing that the Gravemind does in the Halo games. Because you could understand why they eat people. They just do it to survive. You could reason, like, oh, why don't you just do it to animals? But then they'd be doing it to all animals, and nobody could
And
still eat.
they need sentient life to do it.
Right. But you could reason why, like, okay, well, you know, they can't really stop doing it, so the only choice is just to kill them. But he didn't have to do that to Cortana.
No.
And that's the thing that I think makes it just
True evil.
true malevolence. So
See here.
that's the thing that tips the balance.
Yeah.
Because let's say, like, animals, for example. In Dungeons and Dragons, animals or things that can't reason are considered to have a neutral alignment. They're not aligned to anything except just surviving. So really, if you use that same logic, the Flood isn't necessarily evil in that context. They're just neutral. They're just trying to survive. So
Yeah.
I think we beat this dead horse enough.
Yeah.
I think we have.
I think I don't know. A lot of times I can't actually compete like with you verbally, but just this is a subject that if you get me talking about it, I will continue to talk.
Yeah, I think I've had a lot more practice with verbal communication than you have.
Yeah.
Just because I've worked in tech support and did Mom read to you when you were young?
I think Lyric and Mom read to me every once in a while.
Lyric?
Yeah, our singing sister.
Oh, right, okay. Yeah, you just confused me with your terminology there, but because basically our sister is the one that forced my mom to read to us so often. And I think that's a lot of the reason why...
I think if I just stay here, they're just going to keep coming.
That's the reason why I was so literate at a young age, is because my mother, who was a teacher, read to us.
Yeah.
We also learned to read from, like, the Bible and stuff, so our language was pretty highfalutin from an early age. And my sisters would talk and talk and talk, and apparently I talked less than they did.
Huh.
Actually, our mom...
There's no shotguns.
Our mom told me that they were kind of worried about me for a while because I just kind of sat and watched them when I was pretty young.
Yeah.
And they would just talk and talk, and I would just sit and watch them. They were kind of worried that I had something going on. But no, that's just how I learned. I learned by watching things.
Yeah,
So-
I think that... Oh
my gosh.
That's kind of how I am right now. Just
Yeah.
And also because of other various life experiences that I'm not going to go into.
Yeah. Well,
But,
I just think that the male brain is more visual and,
You know,
and
this is actually going to be useful.
yeah.
Because it drops like 90 rounds.
Yeah. So I think just like watching and listening to me, or I can follow, like I can monkey see, monkey do. That's how I learn. So, because for me, like people are very surprised to find out that I don't read very many books, and I talk about a lot of different subjects and science-related things, and actually things related to fiction quite a bit. And I pick up a lot because I read Wikipedia. While I was, when I was working my tech support job, I had 2 screens. So on the first screen, I would have like my job, and then on the second screen, I'd have like Wikipedia open, and I'd be reading Wikipedia whenever I had the chance. And I just I'd go on Wikipedia adventures, basically. So, like about things that don't matter, I'm very knowledgeable. Like if you want to know about the fall of Constantinople, or if you want to know about just random subjects, and I think that's I'm not a very extroverted person, but if you get me talking, that's usually when people like their opinion of me changes, because I'm pretty quiet when I'm just like by myself and I don't like to bother people. But once somebody asks my opinion, you just get a whole flood of information because I happen to just know a lot about a lot of things. So anyway,
yeah, for me it's just get me on a topic that I like. I'll talk, but.
And me, I just learn about things I don't even necessarily like. So with me, I'll just go read Wikipedia. So
there's no health.
We should probably call the episode here.
Okay.
How long is it until we finish this mission? You think?
A while.
Is it a while? Well, let's go ahead. We'll cut this up into. We'll just probably cut it up into like 3.
All right.
Because we should probably finish this mission.
Stage a 1 cyborg assault on the Covenant ship and bring back the captain.
Excellent. Well, anyway, this is Frakbox.
This is OmegaWolf.
Have a great day.
Stay safe.